Hey, Libra, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your November 2025 career and money reading. All right, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what November has in store for you. Bottom of the deck, we have here the student. Work with a mentor to learn new skills, Libra, or to teach you how to implement your plans. You could be in school to pursue higher education. You may work in a school district. Some of you may be taking classes online. I see that you are teaching yourself to succeed with money. You may also be connecting to a financial advisor this month and really taking a look at things from a higher perspective. You're envisioning here bigger and better. I feel like you're keeping your eye on the prize, but you're also taking strategic steps here in the present to get you closer towards your dreams, towards your goals. You have here the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is about you holding your ground. It's about you doing good work and non-conforming, meaning you are not going to let gossip, drama, or small-minded energies get the best of you, including your own mind at times, Libra, where the mind can tell us lies. The mind can also conform to doing things or behaving in a certain way that can limit us. And when the Seven of Wands shows up, I feel like you're non-conforming. You're saying, wait a second, whatever it is that has been constricting my energy or my flow of abundance, this is me standing my ground. This is about you trying to see from all different angles, all different perspectives, and allowing yourself to grow through constructive criticism. Allow yourself to grow through the challenges and through adversity here. But ultimately, I feel like you are living life on your terms. This is about you meeting a challenge and saying, okay, I know that there's been some struggles here, but I am more powerful than my struggle. And I know that I can get through this here and I'm going to come out stronger. I'm getting comeback vibes here where the comeback is stronger than the setback. And Libra, some of you may have gone through a bit of a setback here, perhaps financially or within your career, because the coffin card here is saying that there may have been a situation that has come to its conclusion. I feel like the worst is behind you. I feel like you're closing the chapter of your life. It almost feels like you're stepping into a new era. The coffin also tells me that you've gone through some financial challenges here. Some of you, you've had to dig into savings, or perhaps you've worked in an environment where there was gossip, there was tension here with the gossip card. But I see that you are minimizing drama. You're taking personal responsibility by acting with integrity and not stooping to their level. If there are other people who are fueled with drama or they are constantly gossiping, I just feel like you are focusing on staying in your own lane with that Seven of Wands, right? Standing your ground. And you may even be in a position of advocacy, right? Advocating for yourself, taking a stance here and saying, this is what I deserve. I know my worth. I know what I can offer, and I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve. So the student energy coming through here tells me that you could also be a teacher. Many of you are guides, coaches, mentors, and I feel like we constantly oscillate between the student and the teacher, but I see that you are always learning and growing, but you have some really beautiful experience that could help out others in some capacity. And if other people are not wanting to listen, or if they're not being a team player, I feel like you are not taking that personally, or at least that's the message here. Don't take other people's actions personally, because oftentimes, it's their own projection through their own view, through their own experiences. And Libra, instead of keeping the peace here, instead of saying yes when you really mean no, or instead of holding back here when you really are meant to shine, I feel like the Seven of Wands is saying here, you are standing up for what you believe in. You are a warrior. And if that means you are speaking up and it brings in uncomfortability, it's actually going to empower you because you have a voice. You are not meant to be silenced. Now, if you've come to this reading either unemployed or if you're in the midst of a financial struggle, we have good news here because you have the tree. Now, the tree is my 10 of Pentacles energy, where things are coming to full circle here. There's financial growth because you have a growth mindset. This is about abundance here, and you could even have a family business, or perhaps you are bringing in like generational wealth in some way, maybe even helping out family members. You may have children who have gone off to college, or perhaps you have children still in the home. I feel like you are supporting more than just yourself, or you're contributing to your long-term goals, perhaps your retirement accounts, your investments. I have a feeling you are also looking at some of your current plans, such as insurance plans. This could be your healthcare plans, and you're looking at your needs, but also your wants, and you are finding balance here by creating a budget and taking a look at where your money is going, what you are spending on. So I see budgeting here taking place, but also because this connects to the 10 of Pentacles, this is financial security. This is about you building a legacy. Whatever it is that you are standing for, whatever you are creating in your world, this is part of your integrity, part of your belief system, part of your morals. It feels like you have the ability to ripple out, use this voice of yours, or use your skills, your talents to allow it to ripple out and affect others in a positive way. All right. And many of you are creating stability within yourself, right? Internalizing here and saying, okay, this is what I've learned from past lessons. I am opening up to new experiences. I don't have to constantly feel like I'm living in survival mode, because oftentimes with that coffin card here, endings are bringing in new beginnings. And what I see for you with the coffin, I actually feel like you're putting something to rest. Some of you, this is going to be alone. It could even be fears. It could be the challenge here that you have been facing. It feels like you're putting something to rest here and you're moving into more joy, more happiness with this tree energy coming through. Now, with gossip, it does say that people could be talking, right? People talk, let them. But I also am getting a good type of gossip here. I'm getting more of a word of mouth. So many of you, your skills, your talents, they are getting talked about here, where you could have, if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, you could have some new clients, or you could have new purchases made because of reviews, or because someone has purchased your goods, your services, your products, and they've shared it with another. So I am getting that energy coming through as well. And because the tree is coming through, I'm getting marketing here. Perhaps you are thinking about marketing your brand, or you are branching off. Quite literally, there is, a flower that is branching off from the other tree. So for example, if you have been in a business, or if you've been in a line of work that your mother has also been in, or your sister, you could be branching off and maybe venturing on your own path and doing something that is not connected to what the other family members in your family have done for some of you. And for others of you, you could even be connecting with family and venturing off and doing something with them. So this could be a family-based business, or it could be something that, you know, a child of yours follows in your footsteps. And that could be the generational wealth that I'm picking up on here for you. All right, Libra, let's dive into your current financial energy. I just heard the name Shannon. Perhaps Shannon is your name. Spirit is saying the student here, okay? Yeah, a student of life. I mean, we're all students of life, but it almost feels like you've gone through a learning curve and you are about to approach summer break. So it's like you have been learning and learning and learning, and you've been studying for these tests, you know, not literally. I mean, maybe some of you are about to take an exam, or you could even re-up a certification. Maybe at the end of the year, you have to get like a nursing, you know, educational credits for nursing or for teaching or for massage, whatever it may be. You could have that come up this year for you, but I'm getting a student of life, and it feels like you are entering into the fun factor here, the fun era where all of what you have learned, you get to apply it and put it to use in your business, in your career, in your, you know, your fertile endeavors that are being birthed from you at this time. So that's what I'm getting with the student showing up. And right underneath the student, we have leadership here. You are stepping into a role as a leader. You're ready. Don't let imposter syndrome, don't let the feeling of I don't know enough, because you can learn as you go, right? You don't have to have all of the pieces figured out. You don't have to have, you know, everything put into place before you start. Spirit is saying here, just start. Put one foot in front of the other, and you're going to see how the doorway opens up for you, Libra. Your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. Because you are powerful. No more following the crowd in fear of putting yourself out there. This is your time to put yourself out there. So your current financial energy, wow, beautiful. Well, hello, summer break. Now you have the sun. The sun, when it comes up as financial and material, it is a period of prosperity. It is about recognition. It is about honors and joy, joyful work that lights you up, quite literally with that sun. So I feel like your abundance is starting to flow. You have this renewed sense of vitality, Libra. There's this confidence that is exuding from you. You are more playful. You are creating success within because you are someone who's very warm and you are leaning into what makes you happy. You're not getting caught up in ego battles here. You're not getting caught up in the gossip or the drama. And even if there have been struggles, bad investments or challenges, or maybe even job endings, it feels like there's something really beautiful that is lining up for you here in the month of November. Now, some of you may even have Leo placements in your chart. The sun is connected to Leo, and this could even be something that you have started to dip your toes in during Leo season, July or August of 2025. Now, thinking back to that 8-8 portal, right? Remember the 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate? Some of you, this is a manifestation or an energy that you have planted the seeds at that time is starting to come into fruition for you. So I love the sun as your main energy out here. So what's the source of financial blockage? What's holding you back from financial freedom or abundance? The Page of Pentacles. Now, when the Page of Pentacles shows up as a block, it can be reflection, like you've been in a period of reflection where you've been contemplating, again, a new educational path, or needing to stay loyal to yourself, not letting other viewpoints dictate you, or not letting the past define you in some way, even if there has been rejections, even if there's been some struggles or setbacks. I see that you are constantly learning here, and the page is the learner. The pages are the babies here, where you are being guided to try something in a new way. Because sometimes when we go through an experience, any experience in our lives, but of course, let's take career. Let's say you've been doing the same thing over and over again. That becomes our norm. That becomes our comfort zone. And so when we are guided to branch off, maybe even close a chapter here of our own, maybe our thoughts on limitations, or it could even be a role that you've outgrown, we tend to feel emotionally bonded or attached or tethered, hence the coffin coming through here, and it causes fears. And if you are someone who likes that routine or likes that stability, it's going to be extra important that you open yourself up to these new ways of doing things, even if it feels uncomfortable right away, because you are going to start to flow into this new mindset, this new system, this new energy here, and it's actually going to work better for you. So the Page of Pentacles is about, healthcare, business, studying finances. So because you have the teacher and because we have the Page of Pentacles, some of you are guided to learn at this time, but take what you are learning and apply it. There's so many times, and I'm guilty of this as well, where I will go to listen to a motivational speaker, or I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll take a class or a course, and it is life-changing. It is awe-inspiring. It is motivational. It teaches me a lot, and I'm so excited to apply what I've learned into my reality, into my business, into my career, into my relationships. But when the time comes, it's like we kind of forget what we've learned. We don't implement it. We fall back into old default patterns and old default modes of that old comfort zone. And Spirit is saying here, open up with what you have learned and apply your teachings to your reality. So basically take what you've learned and do something with it, because we can all learn, right? We can all learn, but it's up to us to take that action step by applying what we've learned. And many of you are excited about this next chapter, but there's also a bit of fear of what if. And I feel like Spirit is saying here, go for it. Stand up for yourself, hold your ground, do diligent work, stay consistent in your efforts, put 100% into what you are doing. It is going to pay off in big ways. So there is a brand new venture ahead. Let's look at that mindset. So I want to tell you, this position, this card is probably the most powerful card here, or position in this spread. Why? Because mindset is everything. Mindset can make or break. Whether you believe you can or you can't, that is your truth. So this is your beliefs and your attitude around money. You have the 9 of Wands showing up here. The 9 of Wands tells me that the worst is over. And many of you, this is your mindset, saying, okay, I went through a challenge. Yeah, I see you have. You've gone through something that may have been ongoing for weeks, for months, for years. Some of you, it feels like it's been like a decade, or even since 2020, right? But the worst is over. Stability is ahead. And that's what you are focusing on here. Because the 9 is also an energy of completion. It is also accomplishment, meaning that you have made it through 100% of the challenges that you have gone through financially and within your career, because you are still here. You are still standing tall today. And Libra, this is about resolving those challenges. You are a fierce, sovereign queen or king out there. And this is about you leaning into your spiritual strength. The 9 of Wands, yes, is known as the warrior, the wounded warrior. But you have the ability to overcome those obstacles, to persevere, to move forward here through spiritual strength, and to come out with this renewed sense of determination, to reignite your bravery and your courage, and to overcome any external hurdles that you have faced. And when you have this mindset, this is a game changer. Game changing winner mindset here for you. So I'm loving this. Let's look at the opportunities for income growth. Where can you make or increase your money? You have the 9 of Swords here. The 9 of Swords, also another 9, so a lot of completions. We're also in a 9 year. 2025 breaks down to a 9 as we shed old limitations. And that's what you're doing here. So many of you, especially being a Libra, an air sign, you have the capability to challenge your thoughts, to challenge your mind here. Many of you have opportunities for income when it comes to the mindset, psychology, counseling, hypnotherapy. This could even be, you are an educated powerhouse, and I have a feeling you could teach about psychology or teach about, the power of thinking, the mind, neuroplasticity, right? Neuroscience here for some of you. This is about you allowing yourself to have some feelings show up that are arising within your body. But what I see you doing, Libra, excuse me, is releasing them. You're releasing anxieties. And if anything, you could be taking the struggles that you've gone through in the past, and you could be seeing the silver lining and teaching people how to overcome struggles themselves because you've gone through it. Maybe this is a health issue that you've had in the past. For some of you, you've gone through a divorce, or you've gone through the loss of a loved one. Perhaps you have gone through debt and you have dug yourself out of a financial situation. Whatever struggles and challenges that you have faced, you actually have the opportunity here to make money by learning more about it, by sharing your story in some capacity, or helping other people go through stressful times. And I feel like you also are the catalyst for not only your own healing, but you may be the catalyst where you help other people step into a brand new energy, a brand new vibration. Because the 9, the 9 is the peak point here, where the monkey mind sets in and you are being guided to step outside of your comfort zone and take a risk. Try something that you've never tried before, and don't let the mind hold you handicap here with thoughts or patterns or stories, excuse me, or lies or fears that come in telling you you can't, right? Whether you can or you can't is your truth. Let's look at the unexpected financial influences. Ooh, I'm loving this. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Look at the beautiful honeybee. Now, honeybees are busy, right? Busy bees. But they also get the sweet success of the honey. And I see here that there's a practical venture, meaning that this is something that can make you money. It's something that you can physically and visibly see. It's tangible. It's something you are manifesting in the real material realm. The Ace of Pentacles here is about, being practical with your endeavors, but taking one small action step towards what it is that you are manifesting. And for many of you, this is a positive reward. It is the start of a new life, the start of something that has the ability to reach 10 of Pentacles status, because there's the 10 of Pence. I always connect that tarot card to the tree here because it is the tree of life. And for many of you, whatever this business venture is, now this could even be an inheritance that comes in, offering you up, tangible financial monies that help you grow. This could be, a raise. It could be an inheritance. It could be a new job. It could be a gift. It could even be your own physical health and well-being that allows you to feel better, right, with that sun. And I see that you are moving into this energy. It actually feels like See that little flower that has branched off of that tree? It feels like authenticity is required. You branching off from something that may even appear to be more traditional. You are putting your own spin or putting your own twist on this, and you are going to go all the way because this sets you apart from the rest, Libra. Let's look at the action steps. Ooh, there you are. The Empress, your major arcana. You share this energy with Taurus. This is that creative, fertile energy. You are unleashing or guided to unleash your creative abilities. Express yourself. When you have the Empress and the Sun in your reading, this is a powerful key month for your career. You are in your magic. You are in your zone of genius here. This is good fortune. This is options. This is success. It's mutual trust and affection and creativity highlighted. You are being seen. You are being recognized, and you are seeing opportunities come to you tenfold. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities, and you don't have to say yes to every opportunity, but I feel like you are nurturing here what truly aligns with your heart. You are nurturing here your gifts, and you are holding your ground by standing in your integrity and setting healthy boundaries by nurturing the things that nurturing the things that are showing up in, a positive, constructive, growthful way. But because the Empress is here, this is about you not holding back, right? Don't hold back your light, Libra. That's why the Sun is coming through here. You are very skilled. You are very talented. Don't let old defenses, because sometimes the Seven of Wands can be our defense mechanisms that actually sabotage us. Don't let old defense mechanisms hold you back. Don't let the ego hold you back. You are worth so much. You have this ability to create something tangible and long lasting. Don't let the fears override or trump what is growing in your life. Now, let's get an action step here, an additional action step that you can take. Now, the Empress, she is a creator. So getting into that right hemisphere of the brain and dancing, moving, taking action towards things that, again, light you up and fill your cup and bring you joy and music and laughter. And you actually have share your voice coming through, Libra. You have a message and your voice matters. You can be assertive and kind at the same time. There's the Seven of Wands. There's you being assertive, right? But at the same time, the Empress, she's very kind. And that can happen simultaneously. It is loving to oneself to speak your truth. Speak your truth in a loving way today. Place your hand gently on your throat chakra and hum. Begin to feel your vibration and energy. Practice raising and softening your tone. Let yourself be heard. I'd love for you to try that right now, Libra. Place your hands on your throat chakra and hum. Your mantra: the world wants to hear what I have to say. Yes, absolutely yes. So speak up. And second, you have survived. Oh my goodness, you guys, you can't make that up. I just said this earlier. You have survived 100% of the obstacles in your life. You cannot make this up. I had no idea this card even was in this deck. You've got this. Give yourself credit. You have come so far in life. Keep going. List all of the obstacles that you have overcome. So here's a chore, a soul work, not a chore. A soul work is what I like to give homework. So list all of the obstacles that you have overcome. Claim your strength to yourself and the world. Remember how far you've come on your journey. Your mantra: I will keep going. I was born to shine. It literally says I was born to shine. There's the sun. Oh, I love spirit synchronicities, don't you, Libra? So your outcome. What is the likely result if you implement this guidance? You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands here, powerful outcome because it's taking the risk. It is action. Action is favored. Speaking up, sharing your voice, advocating for yourself, pushing through those obstacles, those fears. This is about you living and leading a passion-filled, inspired life. When the Sun and the Empress again show up in your reading as the two major arcanas partnered with that Ace of Pentacles, a new venture that has the ability to withstand the test of time through consistency, dedication, action, and effort. This tells me that you are aligned with your passion. You are living life on purpose. You are living life in your purpose here, Libra. So the Knight of Wands is a beautiful energy here of, fortune favoring the bold. And I see that you are bold. You are noble. You have come so far. Don't stop now. And you're not gonna. Not with that Sun card here. You are holding your ground. And you're going to see that, the stars are really aligned in your favor. Your hopes and your dreams are starting to manifest here in unexpected ways, but that are beautifully aligned with where you want to go. So this is incredible. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for you, Libra? I'm getting pumpkin spice. I know it's that time of year, pumpkin spice and everything nice at the time of this recording. But what I'm getting here, Libra, is some of you may even have like a pumpkin spice candle, perhaps essential oils, or maybe you have like some sort of cinnamon baked concoction that you are creating at this time. It smells really good. But you have this beautiful energy of yin. And guess what yin is connected to? The Empress. So we have a lot of double confirmations, double synchronicities. So pay attention if something is showing up more than once in your life. That is Spirit's emissary. That's Spirit's reminder saying, you're on the right path, Libra. Keep going. This is the feminine principle of receptivity. This is about gathering information, taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. This is a time when the most effective plan is to allow others also to show you the way forward. Observe behaviors. Your desire to push through at times has to take a back seat because collaborative efforts are showing up here for you, and you are being guided to offer your ideas, right? Offer up ideas. And instead of dictation here, instead of letting the masculine part lead at times, it's important to drop into that divine feminine. Let others come to you. It reminds me of, the butterfly garden, where if you sit in the butterfly garden, those butterflies are going to come to you. But if you are out there trying to catch or chase a butterfly, you're going to have a more difficult time doing so. So this is conscious allowing something to come to you, Libra. It's important that other people feel like they have say as well. How do you want to feel? Basking in success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. And I want to read to you the protection message, because sometimes I have struggled with the Seven of Wands in my own life where I've had a difficult time receiving because I'm at times hyper independent because I have grown up way too quick, right? I've grown up where I've had to be the adult very early on, and I am an only child, and I have had to rely on myself. And so I've had a difficult time, opening fully up to receiving. And it says here, if you have trouble, right? If you have trouble receiving, if you stop, you stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead. You can't always give. You can't always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, let life, let abundance and spirit fill you, Libra, without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. Beautiful, beautiful energy coming through here. And lastly, let's get a message from your spirit animals. At this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in, a big inhale from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Big breath in through your nose. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1. And release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky, swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, domesticated, mystical, or magical. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams or meditations, or even crossed your path recently in the great outdoors. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do, Libra, is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into the giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. All right, I am getting a couple of messages coming through here for you, Libra. One is Rhonda Byrne. Is that the author of The Secret? I'm not quite sure. If you know, drop it in the comment section below. Rhonda Byrne, are some of you reading a book by Rhonda Byrne, or maybe you're reading The Secret? Okay, that could come up for some of you. And another message I'm getting here is someone will receive or has received a new oracle or a new tarot deck. This could be a deck that you are really connecting with, and you may even want to sleep with it underneath your pillow and go through each of the cards and really allow yourself to tune into the energy of each of the cards. So for those of you that are receiving or purchasing or maybe even being gifted a new oracle or tarot deck, I have a feeling there's going to be a really powerful bond or connection that you make with that deck. All right, so power animals here. You have silkworm. Ooh, silkworm. Imaginativeness, impassioned, paragon. So this is about you weaving, right? Weaving your imagination, just like that silkworm, kind of weaving your imagination into your reality, taking those dreams of yours and bringing them down to planet Earth, because you have that Ace of Pentacles. So many of you, I am a double air element, Sun, Libra, Aquarius, Moon, which means I am always full of ideas. My imagination is always feeling like it's on overdrive, but I don't always take those ideas and do anything with them. And some of you are being guided here to take an idea that you've had possibly for quite some time, or an idea that really inspires you in the month of November, or it could even be that class, that podcast, that book that inspires you, and take that opportunity to do something with it. Run with it here. You have dog. All right. Some of you were seeing your own dog when you closed your eyes, weren't you, Libra? Some of you have a dog that's crossed over. I'm getting also a pug, yeah, or an animal that has a bit of a squished in face. But this is a service, perhaps a service dog, or it's being of service in some way. Companionship, loyalty, devotion, honesty. Maybe you even have a dog that looks like patches here on the screen. So some of you may be connecting to the energy of a dog, and maybe you even seen like a wolf or a coyote as well. And next you have emu. Ooh, I think it was Leo that also received the emu. Excuse me. And Emos are actually quite intense creatures. So the emu represents curiosity, strategy, and endurance. And just like in that video, I had shared every year I go to this drive-in safari near my home. Well, it's about an hour away, but I end up driving through this kind of like a theme park with all these beautiful animals, ostriches, emus, camels, donkey. I mean, there's all different types of animals. And it's the emu that I really love visiting because they're so intimidating. And you roll down your windows. I don't know if you've ever been to a drive-in safari, but you roll down your windows and you can purchase these buckets of food, and the emus will come running at you, and they're pretty fast creatures. You would never know, but these birds are magnificent, right? They've been around for millions of years, I believe, and they come at you full speed, and it can be quite intimidating, especially when you have food, and they'll peck at the food, and they know what they want, right? They have an advantage point here because they have these incredibly long necks. And I see here, Libra, that you have an advantage point. You're able to run when you need to, of course. You have these feathers. I actually think they can fly a little bit, but you have this ability to see things from different perspectives, different angles. And that is a gift of yours, a gift that you're able to utilize when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, your money, is you are experimental. And Spirit is saying, open up to experiencing new things at this time and strategizing, but also allowing, being in that divine feminine energy of creative expression here and putting yourself out there and being open to trial and error, especially if this is the first time you've done something, because chances are, the first time we're never good at anything that we do the first time. We have to build up that confidence by continuously trying and not giving up. And every time I go to that safari, sometimes I feel a little intimidated when there's an emu coming at me doing like Mach 40, maybe not that fast, but but every time it's this excitement, and they're such a majestic creature, and Spirit is saying here, allow these experiences to excite you. Allow the excitement to trump the fears. Next, you have oyster. The oyster brings in beauty. And I really love the oyster here because look what's sitting right in the middle. We know where the pearls are formed, right? And if you know how a pearl is formed, the oyster, every time a grain of sand or every time maybe a creature tries to get into the oyster secretes this white substance to try to protect itself. So this is ultimately a wound. The pearl over time hardens. And so every time external forces have threatened the oyster, that's where that excretion takes place. So the pearl here is a pearl of wisdom, as you've heard. And I see that your wounds that you have gone through, your defenses, hence the Seven of Wands, right, have actually created something quite beautiful, where oftentimes I always say we can become better or we can become bitter. You have the choice. The choice is yours. And you are becoming better due to your life's experiences. You have learned, you have matured, you have grown, you have evolved. And I see here with the oyster as your final message, this is resilience. This is concepts. You're able to see, life through all different visuals, all different perspectives. I always say that is one of my personal gifts as a Libra, is I'm able to see all sides of a situation. And sometimes Libras get the rap of indecisiveness. I don't think we're indecisive at all. I think that, I can be, of course, or we can be, but I think that we like to weigh up the options because we want to make the best possible option that is best for us. But where the tricky part comes in is when we procrastinate here, or we have more more than one option that we want to lean into. So it's important here that, for one, you know that you are a pearl, that you are a divine gem here. And I see that you're not letting life harden you in a way that pulls away from your own beauty, your own shine, your own charm, Libra. And when it comes to your career, you have some really beautiful things that are coming your way. These blessings are lining up for you. And I do see that there's something coming full circle. There's financial growth, there's abundance, there's stability here on the horizon, even if it means that you've gone through an uncomfortable period of your life. That is what I have. Thank you so much, Libra, for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your favorite Libra friend in your life. I mean, this is good for sun, moon, rising, and any placements of Libra in your chart. And if you want to sign up for the monthly newsletter or a personal reading, you can find all of that information in the description box below or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com.